Hello, me again. As you may or may not know, my son suffers from psychosis. So what I wanted to do is jump on and do a little video for you to do with what to do if you've come across somebody who's having a psychotic episode. What first aid can you administer? Because at the end of the day, it is an illness, and if we understand it, it takes some of the fear away for us, and also it helps that person be in a much safer place and not to feel quite so anxious, and it might help them to calm if we know what we're doing. Okay, so let's begin. So psychosis is a mental health condition that affects the way someone perceives reality. It can cause hallucinations, delusions and confusion, make it very difficult for the person to distinguish what's real and what's not. When we encounter someone with that's experiencing a psychotic episode, it's normal to feel unsure about how to respond because it's not something we come across every single day, and from the outside it can look quite scary. But with kindness and understanding, we can offer real support. So psychosis can look different for each person. Some may hear voices or see things, and others don't. Others might believe in ideas or, that feel very real to them, that might not seem to make a lot of sense. And they might seem unusual and untrue for us. And it can be very frightening for the person, for them and for everyone around them. As I've said, it is quite, watching someone go through this isn't exactly the nicest experience. But remember, the person going through the psychosis episode is often in a state of confusion and fear, and what they need most in that moment is compassion and kindness. So if you encounter someone who seems to be having a psychotic episode, here are some steps that you can take to help them safely and respectfully. First of all, stay calm. Psychosis can feel intense and overwhelming for the person, and for us, but keeping your voice gentle and your body language open, it can create a nice safe space for the person. If you need to, take a few deep breaths and approach the situation with a calm demeanour. So next, introduce yourself. Say your name and let them know that you are here to help. You might say something like, "Hi, I'm Claire and I'm here to make sure you're okay." This can help to reduce their fear and let them know that they're not alone. Imagine how frightening it must be to feel like you are completely lost in this place of confusion, and how lovely it will be to have somebody kind and reassuring come in and help you. It'd be amazing. Try not to argue with their reality. If they're seeing and hearing things that you aren't, it's best not to say that they're not real. But don't say that they are real either, because obviously that'd be even more frightening. Instead, try to acknowledge acknowledge their feelings with phrases like, "That sounds really intense," or "I can see why this is distressing for you. I can understand why you'd feel afraid. I'd feel afraid if I could see that as well." Empathy goes a long way in helping them feel understood. If they're feeling overwhelmed or unsure, offering simple choices can be grounding. For example, you could ask, would you like to sit over here or would you like to sit over there? Simple decisions can give them a sense of control in a confusing moment. It's a bit like the distraction technique, where we try to find ways of distracting our person by asking them, what sort of things interest them, and get them to talk about things that are not related, that would be, like a bit of safety for them. So try and do something like that. Just try and keep them calm and, just give them simple choices. Use short, clear statements to avoid adding to the confusion. Saying things like, let's take a deep breath, or you are safe here. Avoid complex or fast-paced speech, as this can increase their distress. If they are open to it, gently encourage seeking professional help. You could say, is there someone I can call for you to help you? Or would it be okay if we talk to someone who can help? If they're in immediate danger or unable to care for themselves, it may be necessary to call the emergency services for support, but always aim to include them in that decision if possible. Just like in any first aid situation, if the situation becomes unsafe, either for them or for you, don't hesitate to call for professional help. Let them know, just let them know saying, I'm calling for help so that we can get you the care that you need. The emergency responders are trained to assist, and your role is simply to stay with them until help arrives. Supporting someone through a psychotic episode can feel challenging, but with a calm and compassionate approach, you can make a real difference. Remember, they are likely feeling scared and vulnerable, and just knowing that someone cares can be incredibly comforting. So thank you for taking the time to learn how to support those experiencing psychosis. Your kindness and patience might be exactly what they need to feel safe and understood in a difficult moment. Together, we can make the world of difference. Take care. Bye.